because the England squad was announced earlier on today. I think it was about 2 o'clock, so just over 2 hours' time. Where should we begin? Ivan Toney, let's start with the good news, shall we?
Yeah.
10 years ago, he was playing for Northampton Town.
Yeah.
4 years ago, he was playing for Peterborough.
And he was prolific for Peterborough, by the way.
Well, he's been prolific so far this season.
Well, he's been prolific ever since he got to Peterborough.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know what it is. Because if you look at Peterborough's history and you go through some of the centre forwards they've had that have scored goals, like of him, Dwight Gale, the guy who's at Nottingham Forest, the striker, can't remember his name. But either way, Peterborough have got a long line of strikers that score a lot of goals. And him, I remember speaking to Adrian Durran about him because he's obviously a Peterborough fan. And I said, out of all the ones you've had, Aaron McLean's another one who scored a lot of goals. I said, who's the best? He said, Ivan Toney. He said, he will go, once he gets the move up.
When did he say it? When he was there?
He said it just as he left to go to Brentford.
Okay.
He said, no, he will be top draw.
Well, he's got, 5 and 6 so far this season. He's still, I was going to say relatively young. 26 is still young, isn't it?
Yeah, of course he is. He's in his, he's not even in his pomp yet.
No, okay, fine, yeah. I'm delighted for him. I think he's hopefully the first of many call-ups for him as well. But I think he's a kind of striker that we don't have at the moment in the squad.
But he's almost like an old-fashioned centre forward, but a new-fashioned, old-fashioned centre forward. Does that make sense?
No.
Like where
an old-fashioned, new-fashioned
centre forward.
Well, the old-fashioned is the big number 9,
which is what he's not the biggest, but he's good in the air. He's strong. He holds the ball up.
He does.
And then the new number 9 is the one that's nice touch,
good,
nice finishing. Do you know what I mean? Like looks pretty on the eye.
Old-fashioned, new-fashioned.
Yeah, he's almost reinvented that centre forward position. As a target man. But
so we're all pleased for him, right? Eric Dyer's first recall since November 2020.
Yeah, played really well.
He has
since Antonio Conte's got there. I think he's only lost 4 games in the league, that is. And that was the 31 matches that he was available for. And the only time he's lost was Chelsea, Burnley, United and Brighton. But other than that, I think he's been superb.
I agree.
Better in a 3. So that would be interesting to see what Gareth does in terms of formation. But I think he thoroughly deserves it.
Well, we've got 5 centre-backs in the squad now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you can read anything into that or not.
Well, obviously, Mings has missed out.
Yeah.
So I think Max Kilman at Wolves, I think that's a little bit unfortunate for him because I like him and he's a lefty.
What about Ben White, who's been playing right back?
I don't understand how he's not in the squad. And this is where Gareth frustrates the life out of me.
Yeah, we'll get on to more of that in a moment.
How's Ben White, the team that currently sits top of the Premier League table, he's played in every single one. I know it be at right back, but you've seen him play centre half, very good.
And also, you and I were there at Selhurst Park when he was up against Wolves. I thought he played really well.
But yet he's not in the squad.
Players that are in the squad, difficult, because of course I've got my Manchester United hat on.
Well, you've got 2 of them.
But I have to be honest, Maguire and Shaw. Go on, you talk now.
Harry Maguire, I get it. And Gareth always says, loyal, he's never let England down. I get that. But if you look at his form last season and the way he started this season, he should be nowhere near the squad because he started 3 games this season.
Okay.
No. He started 3 games this season.
Yeah.
And he's lost all 3. He started against Brighton, didn't do well.
Yeah.
Got battered by Brentford and Sociedad the other day. How was he in the squad? If Gareth Southgate wants to portray that, I'm picking players on form.
But he's not.
But okay, then
he's not. He can't ever claim that ever again.
So why watch club football then? If you're not going to pick players on club form, no point watching club football then. Just watch international games.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate here. Okay. An England manager will always have his favourites.
Yeah.
Right? He'll always have players he can trust.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire is obviously one of them.
You know, and I get that, and let me argue that point, and I fully understand that. You always go back to what you trust. I get that. But there's got to be a line of, for starters, Maguire's not even playing, right? So it's all well and good trusting someone, but for instance, someone, Mason Mount, not been good this season at all by his own standards. He had a good season last season, not been great this season, right? Gareth's called him up. That one I get because at least he's actually playing. So he's match fit, he's sharp. Do you know what I mean? Even though he's not playing as well as he can do, at least he's match ready. Like if there was a game tomorrow, he could throw him in because he's ready to go.
What about Jared Bowen?
Again, though, but it's Rashford's out, so maybe that's why he's back in the squad. But he hasn't started off well. But Maguire's the one, and even Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's another one. Started 2 games this season. One of them games he got dragged at half time against Brentford.
I said to you maybe 2 weeks ago that there is not a doubt in my mind that if Maguire and Shaw, but Maguire, actually I said about Maguire, if Maguire doesn't start another game for Man United between now and the first game of the World Cup, he will start for England.
I promise you, if he does that, and say Maguire hasn't played a game or started a game, and he still gets picked for England, people will come down on Gareth Southgate like a ton of bricks.
That will be the case. He may start League Cup games, and he may start
Europa League.
Yeah. If he doesn't start a Premier League game, if United don't have any injuries, because he's not in the first choice now for Eric Ten Hag, right? We know the first 2 pairing, we know who they are. if he doesn't start a first-team game for Man United in the Premier League, he will still start for England in the first game of the World Cup. I have no doubts about that whatsoever.
Do you know what? I need someone to make the argument. How can Maguire be in the squad and Ben White not? I need someone to tell me a reasonable argument. You can talk about, he plays right back. I understand that. But you know that.
He's got his favourites.
Yeah, but by trade, Ben White's a centre-half. Like,
Yeah.
he's played very well. He's keeping Tomiyasu out of the team, who's done really well for Arsenal.
Yeah.
But Maguire's got no form and he's not playing. And I just read out, Sociedad lost, Brentford battered, Brighton lost. And he played 90 minutes in all of those.
Listen, I find it very difficult to defend what you're saying. All I'll say is I understand when a manager has his favourites. More so in international football than club football.
Okay, so when does that end?
I don't think it ever ends, does it?
No, but it has to end at some stage. You can't just keep picking players getting into a major tournament that have no form. Whatever happened to picking players, right, he's on form. I get you need to look at everybody, I understand that. But there's more than enough centre-halves that have got international football in this squad, or ones that he's left out, to try something different.
Okay.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.